Alright, so the episode opens with that flash forward, flash backward bullshit we don't like. Now, Carlos, I know you may peep into my channel from time to time, but I'ma always keep it real. You are not Shonda Rhimes. This is not How to Get Away with Murder. But you don't need to give us that tease. Stop it. And we see Jennifer Williams getting gully. Like what, bitch? You just said that because she ain't have a drink in her hand and a knot on her head. So Claudia Jordan seems to be the star of the show. I ain't mad at it. I don't know why people call Claudia a hoe or a home wrecker. She ain't got no children. She ain't a baby mama, so she doesn't have any child support children. And she ain't an ex-wife. To me, if you're gonna be a hoe and go after niggas for their money, you got some child support kids. 2, 3. Look at that Jackson woman, fucking both brothers to keep the child support coming in right. So Claudia might like sex, but I wouldn't call her a hoe. And I don't even know who she fucking. She was never that high on the list if you ask me. So this show's supposed to be giving us a behind-the-scenes look at television and reality. Now, my issue is the only cast member I like, Claudia. I don't know Karamo. I never really watched The Real World. Gloria Jovan, I will get into her in a minute. Jennifer Williams, I really don't like her as a human, and so I don't even want to talk about her. Gloria, I can at least make fun of her because she's a hoe. Jennifer, I have nothing to say. She just has turned my stomach. Benzino, now you know how I feel about magic and witchcraft. And the fact that a chicken nugget is walking and talking, it's unholy, and I won't discuss it in my home. New York. I remember New York, but I never was into New York. I didn't watch reality television at that time. I didn't find it fascinating. She's kind of like the Jay-Z of reality stars at this point, where all she can talk about is how she's the greatest of all time, the GOAT, the GOAT. I mean, she's got some GOAT-esque features. And she sure loves to harken back to the 90s with a colored contact, just like Jennifer piece of shit Williams. But those were just a few thoughts on the cast. Carlos King, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You are a beautiful and brilliant black man. But you never need to do a short collar, long collar, honey. You want that long point. That short point, that's some Atlanta faggot shit, and you're above it. You are above it. Also, the whole painted maybe if it had the long collar, I might be able to get behind it. And that green, maybe it looked better in real life, but it looks kind of dull and lifeless. And you could have done better with your confessional outfit, sis. But I'm going to let it slide. Because you're going to put me on your next show. Yeah, you could make me into a Claudia Jordan, except I'm actually funny. Carlos, I just realized all your shows, you're corralling women, which as a gay man, we have a natural talent for. But I ain't never seen you fuck with no faggots. I don't think you could handle this pussy. Claudia, I don't understand why you would give a fuck about what people thought you were on Real Housewives of Atlanta to do. People thought I came on the show to be a troublemaker. People thought I came on the show to fight Nene. Nobody thought that, and if they did think that, they're an idiot. Now, I think people thought that you were broke and went on television to collect a check for cutting the coon. I do think that. But nobody thought you came on gunning for Nene. We thought you came on doing what the producers told you to do. And now you and Carlos gonna lie and say you ain't set that shit up. Okay, ho. Claudia, I might give you the benefit of the doubt that reality stars make it a bad rap. Because you was only on Real Housewives of Atlanta for 1 season, so we didn't have enough time to judge you. But Carlos, look at me. Look at me in my eyes. You have brought us nothing but the buttery bullshit for the past 8 fucking years, and now you're doing it on multiple channels. I'm proud of you as a successful black man, but don't you ever say you got a bad rap. No, you have the rap that you created, that you worked hard for. I'm not gonna hear any of your shit, not today. So now Claudia wants to do a talk show, some panel shit like The Real. Weren't you kicked off The Real? I ain't trying to be shady. I ain't trying to be shady. Okay, I'm trying to be shady. Wasn't you kicked off? I had a Red Bull, and I can tell I'm going to need another one before the end of the episode, because these niggas going to wear me out. Both me and Claudia are not here for Jennifer piece of shit Williams. Why is she a piece of shit? Oh, that's right, because of how she acted at the end of Basketball Wives. For a minute, I forgot why I didn't like that bitch, and then I remembered Nia slapping her ass and me cheering her on. But that was a beautiful beige blouse she had on. I couldn't fuck with that outfit. That outfit was good. Now we have Laura Jovan, or Gloria. I will use their name interchangeably, as these are interchangeable biffas. Now, Laura Govan, once she lost that weight, turned into a beautiful woman. But before that, she was built like a hassock, square and lumpy. But I hear that she's got a case of the Dreas, that she's not too good with her children, or spends all her money on herself. Something. She looked like she got some shit with her. But now that I'm hearing her voice again, I don't like her. I don't like her voice. She needs to have an accent, attitude, depth. Her voice is just too Kim Kardashian for me to listen to ad nauseum. So now we have to have a little sidebar about who is the father of the child that Drea neglects. I think it could be Gilbert. Now, she got on Instagram and she said it wasn't him and leave her out of it, and if it was, she wouldn't have been popping that puss because the child support would have been on fleek. I think you were a smart girl who played your position, and rather than go through a long child support battle that you may or may not win. Because we see how Chris Bosh and some of these other niggas doing these girls, giving them $4 for Pampers and a fuck you. So she said, you know what? Rather than end up like Royce Reed, broken alone, I'm not gonna pressure him. I'm gonna keep giving him the pussy, and all of a sudden she ends up on Basketball Wives. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So Karamo apparently works on the Young Turks, and I've watched them from time to time. I watched them way back when YouTube first started. So Karamo found out he had a child. Ooh, I'm so glad it is physiologically impossible for that to happen to me. Oh, I want kids, but oh God, not like that. Not with child support. Now, Claudia, you're putting 20 on 10 with this Carlos King hired gun. Just because you see 6 tweets about it does not mean everyone thinks that. Also, your car got broken into because you were driving a brand new Porsche. You left your laptop in plain view in the back seat in a shitty neighborhood in Atlanta. Not because somebody was trying to steal your script for the Real House Nigglets. Calm it down, sis. Calm it down. Karamo got a real axe to grind because this is back when they didn't pay reality stars, so they just pimped him on some nigga Scott Young shit. Here's your Kennedy's Fried gift card and get on, nigga, get on. Claudia Jordan shades Jennifer piece of shit Williams like she took a night college course in it. Now, Karamo, if you had been watching Basketball Wives, you'd know that Jennifer has a lot to say behind your back, because she's a sorry heifer and a bitter and childless biffa. So I'm Benzino, and my pamphlet is going strong, and we just opened up some LA offices. However, my relationship with Fifi is still on and off. Even if I have to pretend to rent a private plane, I'm gonna make it to my son's birth on time. You nugget ass nigga, I know you did not get on camera while I was in the back. I ain't putting up with that shit. Now we got New York big upping herself. I thought you took a long break because your titties look like knees and you had to get them fixed. Now we've got Jennifer Williams and Big Gay Al. Al Reynolds still looks good. I wouldn't sleep with him, but he still looks good. You know what? I'm going to go on and say this little feud between Claudia Jordan and Jennifer Piece of Shit Williams is manufactured. Their reads are too on point and too well timed. Neither one of these were star shadeologists on the show. But now I'm supposed to believe you're just ready with the quips? Biffa. I don't see it. Damn it, Jennifer, you gotta resort to quoting Nigga Lee? You can't even come up with your own read? You gonna say Ask Nene? Ask Nene? You are still the mealy-mouthed, quiet, boring bitch you always were. Thank you for proving us right, Effa. Claudia, who is this ex you keep bashing? I don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck if the sex was bad, because if you were dumb enough to stick around for it, who's the real idiot? So now all the nigglets is gathering together to get to work. They're pulling their scissors out and preparing to cut the coon. So now we got this focus group, and they're gonna come in and talk about the has-beens behind their back, but secretly in front of their face. And Claudia says, oh, well, a lot of haters hide behind, I ain't hiding behind shit. And I'll say fuck you, Jennifer Williams, for the next 5 minutes. Now, New York was supposed to be in the meeting, but she ain't show up because of her dress. Now, I done seen enough biffas and confessionals to know you can put on ugly print. I'm sorry, but I think that black woman said Nene was a drag queen on steroids and they just edited it to look like Claudia. I feel like this was a really great opportunity for Carlos to have some of the YouTubers there who really do throw shade and can have a legitimate argument. But you know he ain't gonna do that because he ain't ready for this pussy. But he better get ready.